Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome to another Big Glasses chat. It has been a while. I do them entirely too sporadically. but do you really want advice from me? You don't even know me. What are you doing? um, so hotel. That's where I am. I don't sparsely decorate my walls. I am a maximalist, it turns out. So I'm slowly getting darker, if you can't tell. I'm tanning a bit. It is very unpronounced so far. However, this summer I will be outside constantly taking care of all of my plants because I am just really cottage core, like it's just how I am these days. I did buy a mushroom stool for the house, so yeah, it's kind of turning out that way. Unfortunately, I don't know. Fortunately, unfortunately. Anyways, I have a bunch of burdock root growing in the yard, and I intend to dig that up and do whatever it is that people do with burdock root when they cure it for long periods of time. This doesn't look good. I'm fixing it. I'm very vain like that, okay? So, yeah, I have lots to do in the yard. I have elderberries that I'm going to pick, and I'm going to dry those and possibly sell them. I noticed that at natural grocers that I've been to, they have elderberries dried in their spice area, and they're particularly expensive. So I grow them without trying, and so I intend to pick them. Poisonous to cats, I believe, so, but what isn't in the yard? It's really hard to find plants that are things that cats can eat and not die. I don't know if you knew that, but lilies, deadly for cats. Peonies, psh, the whole yard is full of peonies and I can't bring any of them inside. It's really frustrating. So I am looking for plants that I can grow, that I can bring into the house and put in a vase and it look pretty, but I don't know. I don't know. So I have a lot of baby's breath that I planted, which is taking off. Foxglove, snapdragon. I planted some cucumbers that are growing really quickly, and the only thing that's not growing in the garden very well so far is I bought a grape bush, us like a I don't know if it's I don't think it's a bare root, but it's like one of those that comes in the bag and they're not planted in a planter and they're kind of like dormant. That's the only one that's not showing any signs of life, and in fact it's showing signs of not life. So so this video cannot be longer than 15 minutes because that is all that is left on my phone, even though I just cleared it. But I make a lot of videos that I don't post, and then I don't delete any of the videos that I do post, so that's on me. So I am traveling, obviously, and I am in a couple of states away at this point, and I am in a town that is like well known. It's a well known city that has a very famous like killing about it, in it. I don't think it was about it, it was just in it. So but other than that, there is a really cool bar down the road, but I don't drink, so I look at it. It looks cool. I'll probably try to take a picture of the sign because it's got a really cool neon sign. And then what else? It's like the state, no one ever goes to this state. I flew here actually, and I was at the airport, and the first plane that I took was like two-seaters, very small, and the second plane that I took had screens on the backs of the seats. So I got to look at the flight status for the entire flight, which is just, it's just my thing. So I had the flight status up and it showed like headwind speed and ground speed and distance and all sorts of things, all sorts of information that it gets from the information that the plane is gathering. And uh, then my seat neighbor, who wore a suit, and he didn't really say anything for the entire time, and he kind of just like stared straight ahead. Most of the time he had his screen off, but when he turned his screen on, he also had it on the flight information, but he put it on the actual flight um, map, like where you can see it shows the plane flying from one destination A to B. And so I had both of those, and it was like, it was amazing. It was just like my thing. It's just like, it really makes you like realize, like, a lot of people like television shows and movies and stuff, but I like data a lot. I'm like really into that. And that was incredibly exciting. I never got to have a screen on the back of my person in front of me seat before, so that was cool. And there was a bunch of shows and stuff that you could watch and movies, but I didn't watch any of those. I just watched the flight information, and I was happy. I was happy with that. So, yeah, I actually really do enjoy flying. I enjoy the feeling of going up in the air and the feeling of landing. And those, my grandma said that to me. And I was just like, when she told me those, she's told me that stuff a lot. And she, she said that when she flew out to see me in Oregon. And I was like, cool, I guess I'm sure it's great. I don't know. I don't have any frame of reference, but now I do. I do have a frame of reference. And I need to catch my breath. I'm talking so fast. Okay, and I do enjoy that. So the flying is good, and just that I tried to reschedule my return flight for Thursday instead of Friday, like 20, like an hour ago. And the lady got through all of it, and she was like, oh good, we got something for one, like 12 p.m. and we had it all booked. And then she was like, oh, it's gonna be like $500 extra. It's like, I guess I'm staying for the extra day. So I feel like, yeah, it wouldn't be worth it for me to just take that instead of just keeping the hotel for another night and then flying back the next day as scheduled. Yeah, I wouldn't, it would cost more. Yeah, I'm doing the math in my head right now, and yes, it would. So I'll just stay and enjoy my time in this lovely town. And yeah, I got a rental car, and that's exciting. So all is well over here. Things are so much better for me mentally than they were like even a month ago. A month ago, I was in it deep for extenuating circumstances, but also the end of winter had me exhausted. Like, I love winter. I love snow and being cold, and I love all of that, but because of the situation with the house where it was just there wasn't any heat except for the heaters that, like, radiant heaters and such, it made it unlivable this this winter. But next winter shouldn't be like that because there's a pellet stove that is going to be put in this summer, so that should be remedied, and next winter should be a lot better. I should not lose my sanity akin to The Shining, except for that it was all internal. I didn't externalize. I didn't try to like slice anybody with an axe. None of that. And didn't have the consequences of freezing outside in the snow. I just felt really bad. So, yeah, things are a lot better. I am darker, as I mentioned, and I am happier, and I don't really know what else to say about that. I intend to do more gardening. That's really the plan. That's the plan for the immediate future. I don't have anything else that I intend on doing except for playing Stardew Valley. I do like to do that. So, with that, no, I don't think there's no advice that I can give you. I don't have any advice, but I wouldn't fly if I didn't have it paid for because everything surrounding flying is quite a hassle. So, it's not the best except for in this situation. Keep that in mind. So, if you don't fly regularly or if you've never flown, like me a few months ago, I would consider it just like meh, because flying ultimately is kind of a weirdly antiquated means of traveling, but we just don't have a replacement for it. So we are just doing this weird, like, huge launch, like, pads of taking off, and like, just everything about it feels very old and outdated, and it isn't technically because we're still using it regularly. Everyone uses it. So I guess hopefully we just find some alternate means of fast travel. So that's I don't know. I don't know. That's all I have for you. So with that, I am going to let you guys go back to your other YouTube videos that you're going to watch after this, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye.